Hey guys, what is up? Hello, guys. I am just gonna give everybody a second to jump on here, and it looks like you guys can see me pretty well. I would love to know if you can hear me okay, only because I have a little microphone set up underneath my laptop tonight, just to see if I can get a little bit better audio. So the hope is that I can. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. Let me know that you can see me okay. And we will jump in. I'm so excited to begin this skincare series with you guys tonight, and even more pumped to start it off with a live video. One of my most exciting things is that I'm going to be doing this year is going live with you guys more often. I just really want to be in a place of connection with y'all, and I feel like it's honestly just so much better for me to do that in front of the camera live with no editing. I can connect with you in the comments, and it just sounds like a lot more fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do my intro that I totally butchered the last time I got on here live. But just in case somebody is watching this after the live stream, they kind of know a little bit about what my channel is about. So let's see if I can get it in one take. So we'll just pretend I'm just going to calm myself. And this is what I would normally say if this were an edited video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I am super pumped that you are here tonight. My name is Lauren Carone, and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted every single time I upload new videos, which is every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. And I do go live from occasion to occasion. And tonight we are jumping into a new series here on my channel, and it is all about skincare. I'm so pumped about it. We are talking about, for the next, several videos, skincare for oily skin and large pores. Now, if you fit into that category and you're raising your hand in the comments if that is you, girl, you are so in the right place. I have got some tips and some tricks for you to help you on your skincare journey, mainly because mine has been rough from the time I was a teenage girl, even up until now. Over the last few months, I've had a lot of issues with my skin, and I've just literally been on the hunt to learn more about skincare, because even though makeup is a wonderful thing, our makeup is only going to look as good as the skin underneath of it. So my whole goal in producing this type of series for you is to educate you, to help you learn what would be good inside of your products, what things are actually going to target the problems that you're having within your skin, and to even give you some ideas on the things that I'm using. Now, it doesn't mean these things are going to necessarily work for you. I think everyone knows skincare is just like makeup. It's not a one size fits all, but I'm going to tell you what is working for me, why I believe it's working for me, and how it's addressing my problems. So tonight specifically, we are actually going to be talking about the best cleansers for combination skin. And essentially what I want to do is drop some things to you guys more from an educational standpoint on what you should be looking for in cleansers, what you shouldn't be using if you have combination skin, oily skin, large pores, those types of things. Because part of the reason I was having so many issues with my skin over the last many months is I had a lot of elements inside my skincare that were doing nothing for me. They were actually making my problem worse. So let's go ahead and jump into the content. And I'm so pumped tonight. So let me know you're here in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. I would love to hear from you. Tell me your name, because some of you guys don't have like YouTube names. It's not your real name. So tell me your name if you're comfortable. And then if you have a question, here's how I would like you to pose it. If you don't mind, type 3 question marks into the comment box so that I know as we're scrolling, these are actual questions that I need to go back in and address. So are y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's jump in. So the first thing that we need to know, I've written a few bullets for tonight, is the whole goal of your skincare is every 30 days, we're really trying to produce cell turnover within our skin. We're really trying to slough off all the dead skin and make sure that those new cells are doing what they're supposed to do, being at the surface and having new skin essentially every 30 days, to put it in layman's terms. So what you need to remember, secondly, besides that, is anytime, and this goes with anything that you do, anytime you try a new product, it is going to take your body 10 days for that product to adjust to your skin. I've got my water here. Hopefully I won't be too burpy. Anywho, it's going to take 10 days for your skin to actually adjust to what's going on. So in saying that, if you've ever bought a product before and you put it on your skin and 2 days later you're freaking out because A, it's not working, or B, you're breaking out, or all of these things, you really do have to at least give it 10 days for it to actually acclimate to your skin. And then the flip side of that is that you've got to give it about 30 days for your skin to really see a result. It does take that long. I would say this, that if you do see results before 30 days, that's wonderful. But most likely those are going to be topical results that you're seeing, brightness. You might see a decrease in the size of pores that you have. You could see some of your dark circles start to go away or look less dark. But as far as it treating the root problems that are going on, it's not going to do that. You've got to give it about 30 days. So that's kind of like, that's kind of the hard part about trying new products, trying new skincare, is that it really does take some time to get acclimated. So everything that I'm doing right now is a newer regimen, but I have been, is it regimen or regiment? Somebody let me know in the comments. I always mess up that word. We're going to go with regimen. I like that. My regimen right now, is running on about right at 30 days, maybe a little less. I have seen some major improvements, but this is also why I wanted to start this series so late, because I didn't want to come to you guys with all these new products. I've literally overhauled my entire skincare, but I didn't want to come to you guys and be like, hey, I'm using all this new skincare, but I don't have really a whole lot of data to back up what's been going on. So that's why we're starting it now, because the more that these videos go out, the longer I will have been on said skincare products. And tonight we're only talking about cleansers anyway. So let's talk about combination and oily skin. The first thing that I've really come to realize that I actually thought I didn't need anymore, because I don't necessarily have breakouts, is that I actually do need a cleanser with salicylic acid in it. Now, a lot of times, I know for me growing up, I had very bad acne. I had cystic acne along with just regular acne. And in fact, I actually have, I don't know if you can see it, but I still have I have a zit that popped up here several weeks ago. It's a cystic zit, and it's been there for, well, but right about 3 weeks. I think if you have cystic acne, you know how horrible it is, and it hurts, and they don't go away. I rarely get breakouts, or very rarely get breakouts anymore. But for whatever reason, I think if I remember right, somebody can correct me in the comments, but I think anytime you're breaking out along your jawline, it's typically stress or hormones. And I feel like those are interwoven for me, but that would make sense for me. So anywho, that's kind of what's been going on with that. But in saying that, salicylic acid, all of that to say that you do need a product with salicylic acid in it. Now, salicylic acid, what it does, and I wrote it down in my notes this way, it penetrates pores to loosen clogged follicles by breaking apart dead skin cells, softening them, and helping them slough off the skin. So salicylic acid essentially is going to get down into your skin and get everything loosened so that the dirt can come out. Now, my cleansers before didn't really have salicylic acid in them. And I thought when I was using that, of course, as a younger girl, I was using products that had a lot of salicylic acid in it, so it would completely dry out my skin. The product that I'm using now, and I'm going to show you guys here shortly, is very mild. There are several different ranges that you can go with as far as salicylic acid goes. You can go as low as 0.5%, and you can take it all the way up to 2%. So what I have written here is that if you have mild acne or no acne, go with 0.5%. If you 1% would kind of be that middle of the road. And if you have stubborn acne, I would say find something with at least 2% salicylic acid in it in your cleanser. Now, the more you have, the more risk you have of drying your skin. So I do want to say that that's one of the reasons that I also chose a mild product. And again, I really don't have breakouts. I get a zit every now and again. I don't really have breakouts all the time. So you'll have to judge that for yourself. But let's talk about with that, if you have bigger pores and congestion in your skin, there are some things that you really need to consider whenever you are looking at products for your skin. Now, this is broad. This goes for all skincare, not just cleansers. It also goes for makeup. So if you have bigger pores and congestion, you really need to make sure that you are using completely oil-free skincare and makeup. So you can't have oils in your skincare, period. The reason this is obvious. It's going to clog your pores and create congestion. So one of the things that I brought out to show you is I had to retire my Burt's Bees facial wipes. Now, I love these things. I've used them for years, but after I went into Sephora, I was chatting with a couple of the women there who were just like freaking ninjas when it came to skincare. I started going home and looking through all of my stuff. And this is a little bit, right around a month ago, I went home and started looking through all of my stuff to see exactly what I had going on in my skincare. She's like, I know what's going to happen. You're going to go home and start reading all your labels. I was like, yes, girl, I am. Because if I have stuff in my products that you're telling me I do not need to be putting on my skin, then we have an issue. Just to give you guys a little bit of very quick backstory, about a month ago, I didn't even want to go out anymore because my skin was getting so bad. My pores were so big. That was all I felt like I could see. all through my makeup, everywhere, any pictures, if they were selfies, if they were up close. I did not want to be on camera. Of course, I had time off, so it didn't matter, but I certainly wasn't ready to come back for those reasons because I just felt like everything was a mess. So I really have been going to great lengths to figure out what's been going on with my skin. And as we get it more into the series, I've got a lot of pictures and before and afters to show you, probably more in the edited videos because I don't think they'll show up on this the way that I want them to in a video that I can actually hold the photo there side by side so you can see it. So stay tuned for that. But within just a few weeks, it's insane the difference on my skin. And I'm sure you can even see it on camera. I have good lighting on in here, but this is what my skin is looking like, which is super awesome. So in saying that, I went home, found that my wipes even that I was using just to pull off makeup, these have, where's it at? Seed oil, sunflower oil. And I was like, crap, there was so much of my stuff that had oil in it. And it doesn't mean that oil is a bad thing. Obviously, you've got maracuja oil, you've got sunflower oil, you've got all these other oils that can be in your stuff. And it's not that those things are bad, but if you have combination skin or you have oily skin, the last thing that you want to do is put oil on your face whatsoever. I know that there's lots of face oils out there like argan oil. You can do all of that. But the problem is that you're going to cause congestion to your skin. And if you have large pores, the last thing you want is more congestion in those pores. I want you to think of your pores as like a water balloon. You know what happens to a water balloon when you fill it up, right? And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what's happening. And if that dirt is trapped and not getting out, that pore is literally going to sit open versus it being able to come in and be closed off. So really want you to think about that when you're choosing skincare. If you've got those kind of issues going on with your skin, stay away from oil. Cleansers with microbeads or exfoliating cleansers. This one kind of set me free. Like, oh my gosh, it set me free like that. Because I had been using, and you guys know this if you've seen any of my videos, but I've been using this deep action exfoliating scrub for years. I love this stuff. Absolutely love this stuff. But when I told her what I was using, she was like, you cannot be using exfoliants like that on your skin. And I said, why? Aren't you supposed to exfoliate? And she said, yes. But the reason why those microbeads don't work, they literally cause tiny lacerations to the skin. It's not pulling anything out. It's just cutting up my skin. It might be so small that you can't even see it with the naked eye, but that's what's happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, no wonder. And you got to think about that, what I just said about the illustration that I gave you with the pores. Can you imagine if it's just like pulling that pore apart even more, making those pores bigger and bigger? That is not the goal. So that product has been on the shelf. I just kept it so I could show it in this video. And so you want to make sure that you're using things that are basically that don't have any sort of microbeads or beading in them at all. There are other ways that you can exfoliate your skin, and I'm going to talk about that in a future video. We're going to talk about chemical exfoliants versus actual exfoliating cleansers, and I'll give you some more tips and info in a future video. But tonight, I just want to stay away from that and talk about cleansers only that don't have those kind of properties. So the next thing is that you want to look for something that is non-comedogenic, and I hope I say that right. I feel like when I read it right in my head, and when I say it, it comes out weird. Anywho, but if your products say non-comedogenic, it says it's specifically formulated so as not to cause blocked pores. Hey, hallelujah, praise the Lord. That is what we're looking for. We do not want to have anything in our skincare that is going to cause a blockage. Again, blockage, you guys know this, it's just going to keep sebum, as it's called, or dirt or oil trapped into the pore. It's not going to be able to get out, and that pore is going to stay open, and it's going to stay big, and it's going to stay clogged, and you're going to be so frustrated at how your skin looks without makeup and underneath of makeup. Now, the last one is hypoallergenic. That's kind of a given. It's relatively unlikely to cause an allergic reaction. So if you have sensitive skin, obviously be looking for that. I don't know if most people who have combination oily skin have sensitive skin. I feel like my eyes are sensitive, but I can't say that the rest of my skin is sensitive. But I would say that's something to definitely look for, obviously, if you have sensitive skin. So the question becomes, okay, Lauren, you've told us all this crap about skincare, what we should and shouldn't be using. What in the world are you using? Now, you guys are probably going to laugh at what I'm using. Maybe you won't. Maybe this is part of what you love about my channel, is that I'm always trying to find drugstore brands, affordable skincare, affordable makeup, because I'm a firm believer that just because something is cheap in price does not mean the product is crappy. So I'm going to talk to you about what I'm using. Let me get a drink of my strawberry water here. And by the way, if I sound a little funny, I'm a little under the weather, but we just doing this tonight. And I have my cough drops too in case I need them. Okay, so here's what I'm using, you guys. Are you ready? Boom. So I am using, let me make sure I can see this because I got my notes up and my camera. Okay. The Aveeno Clear Complexion Foaming Cleanser. The number one reason that I am using this, it's gentle. It is seriously the most gentle skin cleanser that I've ever used. Mine is a foaming cleanser, so it is a pump out. There is one that is a cream cleanser. I just never really like cream cleansers. I feel like this gets soapy. I think that's probably the best way for me to explain it. I like a foaming cleanser because I like to soap up my skin and feel that whole lather happen. And that is like the best part for me about using this cleanser. It's gentle because it's important that you can, what I put here? This is important so that your other skincare can do what it needs to do. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't know why I wrote that in my notes, but whatever. I do use this because it's gentle. This one, as I was talking about salicylic acid earlier, another reason that I chose this, a big reason also, besides the fact that it's a gentle cleanser, this one has 0.05%, sorry, 0.5 would be half, 0.05% salicylic acid in it. This is that mild version. Remember, we talked about mild, medium, and extreme. I didn't want something that could potentially dry out my skin. I don't have dry skin. I'm just pretty much combination, but I don't need any help in that department. I don't want dry skin. And I'm also not trying to create more oil. So I wanted something that was going to be, somewhere on the low range of that. Now, the other reason that I have this is that it is, just so you guys know, it is non-comedogenic. There we go. Soap-free, hypoallergenic, won't over dry, gentle enough for everyday use, and sensitive skin. So this is a winner chicken dinner right here. I do have it linked in the description box down below. And this product is about $6, $6.49, I think, at Target. And that's the link that I have for you down in the description box. I love it. Now, I do have some tricks with how I use this. So I do use this morning and night. Once this whole series is done, by the way, and we actually talk about toner, we talk about serum, we talk about moisturizers, we talk about masking, we talk about all that, I'm going to compile a giant video. It might be a giant video in comparison to any other video, but I'm going to compile a video and show you guys exactly how I use all of these with a demo. But that will be at the end of this series. So stay tuned for that. But at least I'm going to tell you about it now. I use this in the morning. I cleanse. It's the first thing that I do. And obviously then I follow with the rest of my skincare. Now at night, I do something completely different if I'm wearing makeup. At night, when I use this, I actually do what's called a double cleanse. Now this is something she recommended to me at Sephora, but I've actually been doing this for years. I was like, oh, I already do that. So what a double cleanse is simply that I don't take off my makeup with any other products. I like my skincare. Since we did talk about me retiring these makeup wipes, I did, by the way, get these Simple Sensitive Skin Expert wipes. These do not have any oil in them whatsoever. So if you are looking for an oil-free makeup wipe, these are really good. I don't have them linked below, but you can pretty much find them at any Target. They're about $5 or $6, I think, for this packet. But in saying that, you can take your makeup off with that. But even if you do take your makeup off with a makeup wipe, I still recommend a double cleanse. So the double cleanse consists of cleansing your skin once, get it, and you don't have to dry it off, but you want to put your cleanser on and then wash it all off, and then you want to do it a second time. Now for me, I get my showers at night, so I cleanse in the shower, and I do that twice. So then when I get out of the shower, I can simply just put on all the rest of my products in the layers that I add them after my shower. But double cleansing is going to be huge because it's going to ensure that all the makeup is off your face. It's really going to ensure that the skin is squeaky clean to receive the rest of the products that you're about to put on top of it. Obviously, the reason why, or maybe it's not obvious, I'll just say it, but the reason you don't need to do that in the morning is because you've just slept. You literally just went to bed with probably a good moisturizer, hopefully, on your face, and you just need to get that off. So it's not necessary in the morning. If you are going to bed with your makeup on, girl, I don't even want to give you a lecture, but you got to stop doing that. If you are doing that, that is such a big mistake. You do not want to sleep in your makeup ever. And I will never understand the girls who do that and have unbelievably flawless skin. I don't understand it because it technically shouldn't be that way, but you really should wash your makeup off before you go to bed. All right, next, I've got double cleanse. We talked about that. Acne and breakouts. Yes. Okay. So I promised someone that I would discuss this tonight because one of the questions that I get often is, Lauren, what do you do when you have adult onset acne or you have a breakout, or do you take any supplements besides just using good skincare? What else do you do? The answer to that question is yes. I absolutely use supplements inside of my, we'll just call it my health and fitness, really, because that is, I feel like all this is kind of like interwoven. Is that still a thing? Do people still do that? That's really dorky. Whatever. I do use supplementation still. And so I wanted to talk about this. I had a couple of people reach out to me. Oh, hey, I'm seeing comments come through. Thanks, guys. Yes, Diana, the exfoliants with beads, definitely get rid of that. You definitely want to use something that's not going to tear apart your skin. We'll talk about exfoliants in another video, but I did want to at least hit on that because a lot of people use them in their cleansers. I was guilty of using this twice a day. Not good at all. Yes, girl, the wave. We can still do the wave. I think so. Okay, so I did have a couple people reach out to me and ask about breakouts and supplements and all of that. And so I promised that I would actually talk about this on the live tonight. So Amanda, this is for you. You mentioned to me that sometimes you have adult onset acne and that sometimes it just happens. I thought I remember you saying, and I addressed this at the beginning of my video, but that you're having some breakouts around the chin and all of that. Typically that's going to be stress and hormones. So I would definitely maybe check your life, do a whole balance check and make sure everything's in balance with your life. If you're too stressed, figure out some things you can let go of. But besides that, you can actually attack those things by taking a few supplements. Now, I will say most of the time, adult onset acne is typically a vitamin deficiency. Sounds silly, maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but it is typically a vitamin deficiency. So there's a couple of things that you can do, and I'm going to tell you guys the things that I do. Zinc. This is my secret weapon to acne. When I was a young girl, I started getting acne in the 5th grade, and I eventually developed cystic acne right around 6th grade. And I struggled with cystic acne all the way up until my 20s after Lance and I were married for a couple of years. And one day we were over at his dad's house, and his dad was like, hey, babe, you should probably try taking zinc pills. And I was like, zinc? And he's like, yes. He's like, zinc cleared up my acne. Sure enough, I started taking zinc, over-the-counter zinc. And by the way, all of the vitamins and stuff that I take, my supplements, are all listed down in the description box. I started taking that, and within 30 days, my cystic acne was gone. Here it was. I had struggled all these years with cystic acne. And zinc it does help alleviate cystic acne specifically. I struggled with it for that long, and who would have thought that would have been like the magic pill for me, but it was. So zinc is actually an anti-inflammatory, so it has anti-inflammatory properties. I wrote down a couple of things. It says it may help relieve some of the redness and irritation associated with moderate to severe acne. I would say that there were times that I had severe acne. When you consider it cystic acne, severe to me would be having more than, 6 to 8 pimples at one time. And they were huge. If you've had cystic acne, they can get huge. There are 3 to 4 layers down in the skin and they never come to the surface. It's very painful and it is not pretty. So mine was somewhere around in there, and sometimes it was more moderate. So just depending upon your definition of moderate to severe. I also have seen people who I know don't have cystic acne, but they literally have a face full of breakouts. That's severe to me. So in saying that, I think zinc would be a great product for you to try if it's something you haven't. And I'm in my 30s still taking that. I'll probably take it till the day I die because it's just a good vitamin. It does other things, just not for or other things besides just helping you take care of your skin. It's just a great vitamin to have. Zinc also has been used for other inflammatory skin conditions. And I wanted to specifically list these because I do get asked about these a lot, especially since I did the microneedling series, almost 2 years ago. But zinc will actually help you if you have melasma. It will help you if you have rosacea. It will help you if you have dermatitis and even eczema. So this is a great vitamin for you to be taking. Now there's a key here with zinc, and I'm just going to forewarn you, don't ever take it on an empty stomach. Girl, you will be so sick. It won't make you throw up. At least it never made me throw up, but it will make you incredibly nauseous, and ain't nobody got time for that. So eat your food. I always take my vitamins at night. I just know that at night I'm going to be on a full stomach. And when I get up in the morning, eating is not the first thing that I do. It's definitely depending on how my morning starts. It's just not. So I'd rather take everything at night. I set a reminder on my phone and I'm golden. The other supplement that I take that I absolutely love, and it is for hair, skin, and nails, is biotin. I love biotin. I've been taking biotin for years. I would say this, I kind of fell off the wagon for probably the last year or so. And then because I've been wanting my hair to grow longer fast, I got back on biotin not too long ago, probably about 2 months ago. And it's made a big difference in my skin as well. It's such a great thing. The other vitamin that you can look at is vitamin D. That's going to help reduce inflammation. I'm not talking about going and sitting out in the sunlight, girls. That is not what I mean. If you're going to be out in that sun, you better put some, sunscreen on. But you can take vitamin D actually as a supplement. The other thing you can do is, I think I spit a little on the side of my face, just gonna get it off, is a prenatal vitamin. Hello, prenatal. And I meant to bring my bottle up here. I've been taking prenatal vitamins. I'm not trying to get pregnant right now, nor am I. Let's just get that out of the way. But prenatal vitamins you can take all the time. You can take them when you're pregnant, when you're not pregnant. These are great everyday vitamins that you can absolutely take. They have all of these things that I've listed in them. Most prenatals have they have a combination of zinc, vitamin D, the biotin elements. There's all kinds of good things. And I even think it might even have a little bit of vitamin A in there. So that's the last one that I have listed. So let me just say this about vitamin A. Here's what it does in a pill form. Vitamin A helps to speed up healing, prevent breakouts, and support the skin's immune system, and it promotes natural moisturizing, which means it helps to hydrate the skin effectively, giving a radiant glow. It assists in promoting and maintaining a healthy dermis and epidermis, which are the top two layers of your skin. Now, vitamin A is also known as retinol. What I will not recommend to you is taking a retinol or putting a retinol cream on your face or straight vitamin A on your face. I'm going to talk about this in another video, but since we're talking about vitamin A as a supplementation, I'm simply talking about a pill form. When you actually have it in a cream form on your face, what vitamin A or retinol really does is it actually eats away the skin. This sounds so bad, but I was learning this when I was doing some skincare research and chatting about retinol. It's actually not great for you. Yes, does it diminish wrinkles? It sure does. Does it clear up some of the signs of aging that we want to combat? It sure does. But what it does is actually thins the skin. And we don't need any help thinning the skin as we get older. So if you're on anything topical that has retinol in it, I would really do some research and see if that's the right product for you. I personally discontinued everything that I had that was containing retinol, which was an eye cream that I love, not the Organic Spark. The Organic Spark is fine, but I was using a Neutrogena eye cream that had retinol in it. I was actually putting straight retinol on my face in a cream form, and I got rid of all of those things about a month ago, and I've noticed a significant difference. So I think that is actually everything that I had as far as all the acne and breakouts go. If you have more questions for me, let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to answer anything that you guys have as far as skincare goes. And when we jump into the next video, we'll be talking about toners, why they're important, their effectiveness, what you need to look for if you have bigger pores, if you have oily skin, what things are going to be good for you. And that's actually where that whole exfoliant conversation is going to come into play in that next video. The last thing I want to point out to you guys that I just bought, and I'm still trying it, the jury is still out on this one, is I recently just purchased this Color Light Blackhead Remover. I'll put a link for it. I haven't put one down there yet because I'm still using it. I've used it twice, but this is something that I've recently bought. It's essentially a pore vacuum, but it also has light therapy, which I'm so impressed with the fact that it has light therapy in it. People pay big old kinds of money to go to the spa and get light therapy done on their face. Blue light therapy helps to shrink the pores. Red therapy, hold on, I'll tell you, because I'm so impressed with all the therapies in this, that this has. Where are we at here? Hold on, I gotta read. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. So red light therapy softens the skin and restores skin elasticity. Green light shines the skin and makes the skin tender and transparent. Blue light repairs the skin, conditions the skin secretion, and narrows the pores. So I've been using this. Tonight will be the third night in a row that I will have used this product. Once I get out of the shower, you do need to make sure that your face has been nice and steamed up. So I just get like the hottest showers known to man, which has been my favorite thing in the whole world. And then after my skin is clean, I literally turn this on and it has the lights on it. I don't know if you can see them changing color, but I always use a blue one. And then you just run it down your skin and it literally sucks the dirt right out of your pores. So I don't want to, I will say this, the vacuum part of it works, but I'm more interested in the light therapy. So that's why I don't want to do like a full review on it yet. But I just did want to let you guys know, because I mentioned on my Instagram story Monday that I am using this. So I'll keep you posted. I'll probably do a video on it. Even if it sucks, I'll probably do a video on it just so you guys know how it works. But the jury is still out on that. So I think that is going to be a wrap for tonight's skincare video on cleansers. I hope this video helped you out so much. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel yet, go ahead and do that now so that you don't miss out on any future videos and any future lives. And of course, if this video helped you out, give it a share. It seriously helps me out so much when you guys share my videos. And I thank you all for joining me. Any questions that you have, I will be happy to answer. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.